Hi, everyone. This is quite high, but anyway, it'll be fun. Okay. So I wanted to start off by asking everyone, what percentage of University of Manchester undergraduate students were of Black heritage last year? Does anyone have any idea? Just throw your suggestions to me. 15%, okay, bit high. Anyone else? 1%, bit low. 20. 6, closest answer. So it was 5.7%. So that means that we are the least represented ethnic group in the university. And to be honest, it shows. For, for some people who grew up in environments where they were filled with people from a variety of different cultures or surrounded by people who kind of had the same backgrounds as them, coming to a university filled with people who really just most of the time don't look like you can come as a culture shock. I remember in first year going into my first ever lecture, and it was a politics lecture. So I looked to my left and to my right, and the amount of Black students that I could actually see were less than the number of fingers on my left hand. So it was a complete shock to me. And then when you pair that with the expectation that you put on yourself to be a complete academic weapon, it's just tough, frankly. You see, university is one of the first stepping stones towards independence, learning on your own, and understanding what type of career that you want to go into. And academic success is definitely a huge part of that. For me, I think I've been looking and really thinking deeply about it now that I'm going into third year this September. And I wanted to share a few of my thoughts, reflections, and a few of my views. And I hope that you may or may not agree with some of them. So, the first thing I wanted to say is that nothing good happens after 3 a.m. So let me expand on this a little bit more. So in his song, Black by Dave, Dave describes being Black as working twice as hard as the people you know you're better than because you need to do double what they do so you can level them. It's something I took with me in first year, and it made me want to create a huge list of things that I wanted to achieve each and every single day. But most of the times, what I would end up doing is staying up till 3 a.m. to make sure that I can complete everything on my list. When I look back, I realized that, well, initially, I thought that the reason why I wasn't achieving the task that I wanted to achieve in the day was because of the bouts of laziness and procrastination that would occur throughout my day. But when I properly reflected, I realized it's because my own targets and my own lists were incredibly unrealistic. It's important to set yourself realistic targets for each day. There's nothing wrong with setting yourself targets for what you want to achieve, but you just need to make sure that they're realistic. Here's a thought. If you were to write down a list of things that you wanted to achieve in the day, the chances are that the first two things that you write down are some of the most important. So why not just focus on achieving those two things? Because it's more realistic and you would have achieved success in that way. The second thing I also realized is that past papers are actually your friend. And using them in a specific way, as in you use them alongside the content that you're learning, not you learning all the content and then rushing to find the past papers and then completing a few the day before your exam, like I used to do in first year. When I actually used them properly in a useful way, I saw my marks drastically improve in second year. And the third thing is scheduling office hours with your tutors actually is useful, because not only is it a good way for you to, give your ideas off to your tutor, you're also giving your ideas to the person who most of the time, when it comes to essay-based subjects, will be grading your work. So it's a good thing for you to share your ideas and also for you to hear their ideas as well. Another thing is that as students, it's important to make sure that we're aware of all the different funding opportunities that are available, because let's face it, our student loan for most of us does not even cover the cost of our rent. So I wanted to make you guys aware of a few organizations that offer funding opportunities and are still in the process of taking applications. One of them is the Black Heart Foundation, which is backed by many multimillionaires and footballers, and essentially they provide funding to Black undergraduates who can easily express what the funding will be used for. Another is Freshfields, a law firm, and they obviously offer bursaries to Black undergraduate students, particularly males as well. But I've been speaking to some and they said that they are working towards opening up a program for women as well. There are also other platforms like Zero Gravity as well, which give you the opportunity to mentor a student who wants to come to university and study something similar to you. And they'll also give you a mentor. And if you continue to have good engagement, you will get the opportunity to have a bursary. So overall, what I'm trying to say is that university is tough, but it is what you get out of it what you put in. And with the amount of opportunities that are available for all of us, as part of the 5.7%, we shouldn't stop seeking them out. Thank you.